Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith, and in this video we're going to be taking a closer look at the NIV Grace and Truth Study Bible from Zondervan. Okay, so you might have seen that I did an unboxing video with the Premier Collection edition of the Grace and Truth Study Bible. This gorgeous blue Bible with the red liner. I kind of geeked out over this Bible when I was opening it, and a lot of people watched that video. Thank you for watching. If you saw it, if you haven't, you can check that out. But it was a lot of fun, and I was really kind of amazed by what Zondervan had done with this Premier Collection edition. It's just something new, something different. It looks really cool. Very interesting study Bible. So my first impressions are in that video. You know, just seeing it for the first time, not knowing much about it. I really liked the interior of the Bible as well. And now I've spent the last couple of weeks kind of spending some time with this Bible, reading from it, checking it out, learning a little bit more about the specs and the features and things like that. So I wanted to come back and do a full review because this is a Bible that Zondervan really cares about. They've released this. So I have the Premier Collection edition. I also have this hardcover edition of it, but they made it in a bunch of different binding styles. They made a large print edition. They made a personal size edition. They even made it in a Spanish edition. So there's a lot of versions of this Bible out there. And I wanted to kind of do a full review so you could really get a closer look and see if this is something that's going to make sense for you, because that's my whole goal, is to help you find a Bible that's right for you. So that's what this video is all about. I'm going to do an overhead here and show you all of the different features of the NIV Grace and Truth Study Bible. Okay, first things first, here's the box on the Premier Collection Edition NIV Grace and Truth Study Bible, premium goatskin leather navy. R. Albert Mohler Jr., the general editor. It's the Premier Collection. Really nice logo there for the Grace and Truth Study Bible logo. Size. There's the information on the back. Let's see if we can get all of that in there. Accessible insights for faithful living. And there's all of the features down there. Really sharp box. Looks great. And here is this really, now I said this in the unboxing video. They say navy. This is more of a rich blue to me. I actually had a comment on my unboxing video. Someone said that this red and blue are the colors of the Southern Baptist Seminary, which Dr. Mohler is the president of the Southern Baptist Seminary. Now, I recognize some of you are probably watching this and you are familiar with the Baptist world, and so you hear the name of Dr. Mohler and you're like, oh yeah, of course, like he's a really well-known Southern Baptist. Others of you are like, I've never heard of this guy. I get that, but he's a really, really well-known person in that world, and so president of Southern Seminary. So this is the colors there. Really beautiful piece of goat skin. Love the grain in here. Very kind of, this one has like a vertical vein grain to it. Looks really sharp. Nice perimeter stitch. Around the outside, you can't see it kind of wraps over because this has more of a semi-yap. It has a larger yap than some of the other Premier Collection Bibles. I really like that. It's got raised spine hubs. It says Holy Bible, New International Version, and Zondervan. It's got 3 beautiful ribbons, a really dark navy, kind of a pewter silver and red. As you notice, the really bold red interior liner, as well as the end pages. It says goatskin leather cover there. It has a gold gilt line on the inside. It has a very nice, this is a very nice art gilding on the pages. It's kind of a red under gold. This looks really sharp. Notice that real quick, that kind of pop of, there's just some very nice touches. But on the outside, it's big, it's floppy, it looks really nice. I'm very, very impressed with this Bible as far as just the aesthetic quality. It's bold. I mean, that red and blue, it's not for everybody, I get that, but it looks really nice. So as far as size goes, it's 6¼ inches wide, it's 9¼ inches tall, which is kind of a pretty standard study Bible size, and it's about 2 inches thick. As far as the Premier Collection goes, you get that quality of having an edge-lined cover, a Smythe sewn binding. It's going to look really great over time. It's going to hold up well. It's really well done. Now I'm going to pull in this guy right here. This is the Hardcover Edition. Now, retail price of this guy is $50, whereas the retail price of this is $280. But it's essentially the same. Well, there's a couple of differences. I'm going to tell you about those in the beginning, or in the middle here. But it's a nice hardcover, looks good. A lot of people like hardcover study Bibles because they can sit upright on the shelf and stand alongside other stuff, but looks really nice. The content on the inside, but here's the differences. I'll tell you now. This has 32 GSM paper versus 36 GSM paper. I think the print is a little bit more, it's a little bit darker. You can just see that, like it's a little bit darker print over here on the 36 GSM on the Premier Collection than on this one. It just pops a little bit more to me. And this one, the Hardcover Edition, is, if I can get to the New Testament, if I can get to the Gospels, it's red letter, whereas this is black letter. So I kind of cheated and went ahead, but those are the main differences. But again, the price is going to be a significant difference. And there's a lot of, there's leather soft editions, there's genuine leather editions, there's large print editions and personal size editions. So there's a lot to choose from. But we're going to focus on this Premier Collection edition. It's very nice on the outside, looks great, feels great. Opening it up, you do get this bold red liner, red end pages, presentation page with kind of these fleur-de-lis there. The Grace and Truth Study Bible. Somebody asked me about the name of that, and they talk about in the intro here how grace and truth are really common themes in the Bible. And so I think it's just a title. There's not like a super specific reason that I've read that's about that. Here's the copyright page. So you get Zondervan, the NIV, a typesetting by 2K Denmark. It does use the NIV comfort print typeface. Table of contents, abbreviations, transliterations. There's a quick start guide, so it talks about how it has book introductions, it has a cross-reference system, the study notes that are here, the concordance, the maps. It's basically giving you an overview of what this Bible is all about. Here's an introduction from Dr. Moeller, acknowledgments. So the list of contributors in here, there's a lot of folks from the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary in here, so it does feel like it's a project that Dr. Moeller went to a lot of people that he knew, but there's also other names on here from other places around the globe. I thought it was odd that there was no women involved in this. I guess maybe that's not odd because it's, I don't know, I'm not going to say anything about that. I wish there were some women involved in this project, but that's the contributors there. Preface. Now, I'm going to come back to this in a moment, but, you know, Can you get a lot out of this Bible if you're not Southern Baptist? Of course. I've gone through and looked at the notes here and looked at certain places, and it seems to me like they've been rather equitable in presenting multiple viewpoints of certain texts when there are that. It's not super heavy-handed in any places that I noticed. It's really just a pretty balanced, thoughtful study notes on the text. So that's what it's all about. So getting insight to the main text, there's a preface. And then there's all these accents on the page, this kind of rose gold, coppery look. It looks really nice. I think my favorite thing about this Bible is just the layout. So each book of the Bible comes with a pretty general book introduction, kind of setting it up. Genesis is a couple of pages. There's some thematic elements in here. And then I'm just going to open this up so you can kind of see the main part of the text. I'm not sure what it is about this text in general, but I just think that the layout looks really nice. 2-column text, center column cross-references. This nice like triple line there, look at that, with the study notes at the bottom. So the text is a 9-point font. The study notes are an 8-point font. You have just a really lovely look and feel. Look at that kind of goldish. The only negative part about this gold in the numbers and the subheadings and stuff like that is that if you get it in a certain light, it kind of gets lost a little bit. You can see as it kind of disappears a little bit. But other than that, I really am a fan of the layout. I think it looks really nice. Let me open it up here to kind of the middle. So it lays really flat. It looks really classy on the page. And so I mentioned the book introductions. You see that you get the cross-references. You get in the very back there's going to be a concordance and some maps. Now, one of the things you're going to notice about this is there's not a bunch of articles or charts or graphs or anything like this. I would, other than the book introductions, all you're getting in the text is the text and the study notes. I would say this is almost more like a reference Bible with study notes, as opposed to like when you think of the ESV study Bible or the NIV study Bible that are chock full of additional features and stuff like that. This has some great study material, and there's a video online where Dr. Moeller talks about, needing this extra stuff down here to really understand where you are in the text and to grasp what you're reading. I think that's really helpful. So you get some great notes down here, but it's not like over the top. It's elegant, it's simple, it's clean. Like just look at that, how they have Book 3 of the Psalms, really sharp, really sharp. So on this one, you do have a 36 GSM paper. I mentioned a 9-point NIV comfort print typeface. And it kind of goes pretty standard. It's got a poetic setting for the books of poetry. It's got more of a standard paragraph format for the narrative portions of the text. Really, really clean, classic. Lots here to study from. It's a good study Bible. When you get into the Gospels, I noted earlier, this version is a black letter text, whereas the hardcover edition is a red letter text, so that's worth noting. But this just, it's been, I love when you can tell that a Bible has been really thoughtfully designed as far as the typesetting goes. This is very pleasant to look at. I love the aesthetic touches that they have on the page. It looks really nice. So at the end of the New Testament, and there's some places in the New Testament where I looked at some like areas that might be considered more controversial, set passages of Scripture where maybe if you consider yourself more conservative, you might have a different perspective on this text than if you consider yourself less conservative. And what I found in the notes was they often present like on the gifts of the Spirit, speaking in tongues. What I found in the notes was they give a balanced view. They say some people see it like this, some people see it like this, and I thought it was really well written. So I didn't have a big problem with anything that I found in the notes. At the end of Revelation, you get a table of weights and measures. Then you get a concordance. This is a pretty extensive NIV concordance back here. Looks really good, easy to read, 2 columns, really comfortable. After the concordance, you get the note regarding the type, and then pretty standard set of glossy Bible maps. Looks good. Overall, on the inside, I just think, bam, that's a really beautiful layout. It's a NIV Bible, reference Bible that looks great, and then you get this extra set of study notes from this team that kind of created the Grace and Truth Study Bible. On the outside, you're getting this really bold blue and red Bible that looks really sharp. And as I mentioned, they have other editions of this Bible that are more kind of classic traditional versions of the Bible, brown, black, cloth overboard, that sort of thing. So if you're not into the super expensive, highest quality premium edition, there are other options of this for you as well. So there you have it. That's the NIV Grace and Truth Study Bible from Zondervan. I would love to know what you think, so leave me a comment and let me know. And if you're interested in purchasing one of these, I will put a link in the description of this video to where you can find out more information, to where you can buy one of them. You can also check out BibleReviewBlog.com, my website. I'll have some more information there as well. Before you leave YouTube, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Definitely check out my channel. I've got a lot of great videos. As I mentioned before, I've got the unboxing video of this Premiere collection, and it's a pretty fun video. I definitely geeked out a little bit. And find us on Instagram and Facebook. We've got a great Bible review blog community out there, and I would love for you to be a part of it. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.